Hey guys, it is currently the first week of August, which means I'm getting excited about fall. Now, where I live is currently over 100 degrees every single day, and it doesn't feel like fall is coming anytime soon. And honestly here, it doesn't cool down a bit, even at all, until the 31st of October. Every year that's how it goes. Halloween night is the first cool night of the year. So we have tons of time. Regardless, I'm still getting excited for it. Out in the desert, there's this kind of fear that settles in springtime where everyone else is experiencing this sense of excitement for all their summer travels and what they're gonna do once the weather warms up. And for us over here, it's a genuine sense of doom and fear. And it's really valid because it honestly is really hard to survive here. Even with AC in your house, your car, whatever, just the few seconds that it takes you to get from your car into whatever building you're going into is genuinely draining and difficult to do every single day. So I'm getting excited for fall early. And I've actually seen a lot of people like actually buying Halloween decorations and stuff already, which I'm not there yet. I also don't have the money to be doing that right now, but I do have imagination. That's free. So I'm gonna use that and think of some creative, fun stuff that I can actually do in fall that maybe you haven't thought of, or yeah, maybe you can be excited about the stuff I'm excited about because I want to share it with you and see if we can be excited about it together. So let's get into my little list here. Okay, first of all, I want to make a very beautiful either baked or poached pear dessert. I'm gonna put a little picture up here for an example. I have always baked like a little something in the fall. I mean, I think we all have. That's like the time to bake things. But I want to step up my baking game a little bit and do something like visually stunning. And if not that, just like kind of unique. Something that's like has some unique flavors going on. Maybe like a rum pear tart, or add some kind of edible flour, or use like a pastry dough, or like, I don't know, some kind of fancy cream. I don't know. But I want to do something beautiful with either pears or figs or some kind of seasonal fruit. I've been really into living by the seasons more now that I have my own house. I have a bit more control. Well, we're renting, but have a bit more control over what groceries come in and out of the house, what florals come in and out of the house, and what scents I'm using for candles, things like that. So living by the season has become a little bit more just on my awareness, on my mind, and I want to do that more. So if I can make something beautiful and delicious with a fruit of the season, that would be a great way to kind of start feeling cozy and like it really is fall. So that's something I want to do. Next up is host a paper mache night. I think it would be so fun to do like a paper mache crafts night because there's honestly no limits to that. And I feel like having all my friends sit around and work on something with maybe like a movie or music on in the background is way more fun than just like putting a show on and not having an activity to do, because I feel like my friends and I, we all work so much that we just start to fall asleep and then we want to go home. I need like a DIY thing to like keep my attention going. And then also you get to leave the hangout and you have this like awesome, cool handmade thing that you made in the hangout. So that's always beneficial. But I've been seeing these like paper mache pumpkins and old like vintage Halloween style paper mache cats and these big hanging moons with stars, or maybe you could make like little figurines of ghosts or something and make a garland with paper mache. And it's relatively cheap to get the supplies for that. I know there's a lot of different recipes, but yeah, I feel like that would be like something I could actually do and something that people would probably remember. And I would just tell everybody to come wearing clothes that they don't mind getting a little messy in, and probably just clear out the living room and put down something like a sheet on the floor and set up like a little spooky movie or something. But I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about paper mache, and I think that would be really fun. So yeah. Next up would be to delve into making dried flower arrangements. I've been seeing a lot of unique flower arrangements kind of gaining traction over the past few seasons, but I think they've always been very like chartreuse and bright violet and things like that, which are super beautiful, and they're always very eye-catching. But I think for fall I want to do something dried because I think that goes with the season. It's kind of like harvesty, warm and cozy, and I think there's a lot more interesting shapes and colors that you can create with dried flowers than you would think. I really want to get into flower arrangement in general. It's just really expensive, and I feel like ordering like some unique dried ones on Etsy, I've seen a lot on Etsy, would be kind of like a more sustainable version of that, because it won't die in a few weeks and then you're like, okay, I spent $200 on that. It probably will be like a little pricey in the beginning, but not as much as fresh flowers, and then it will last obviously however long it stays like intact. I don't know how long dried flower bouquets last, but maybe forever, I don't know. But I would love to get into that because I've been searching up some examples, and I feel like you could even turn that into like a little social event, which probably would get a little pricey if you had to buy that many unique dried flowers, and you would have to get an array large enough to where everyone's wouldn't look the same, unless you don't mind. But yeah, if you have the means for that, then turn it into a party too. I think that would be like super. I would love going to one of my friend's house and finding like a table set up with florals, and we're all going home with like everyone could bring their own vase or, you know, something like that, and then take it home with their own arrangement in there, which would be super cute. I think I'm just gonna keep that one to myself for this year. Maybe next year I'll have the wherewithal to be spreading the love like that. But yeah, so I really want to do a beautiful fall time dried flower arrangement. I think it would look so nice on coffee table or the dining table as well. Next up is really simple and I think pretty obvious, but something that can kind of get overlooked is taking regular evening walks and noticing all of the cute Halloween home decor of our neighborhood close up and personal. I feel like we just get busy. The fall is so busy here because it finally starts cooling down enough where people want to be out of their house, walking around and doing things. There's always events going on and music shows, and I know my boyfriend is about to be way busier with a bunch of different gigs, and you know, I'll be out with my friends a lot more in the fall just because it's a lot less exhausting going out when there's like a little breeze in the air and it's actually like enjoyable to be out and about. So I feel like we get busy and we forget that we can take a walk in our own neighborhood for the first time all year long and it'd be like comfortable and nice. I want to make like a nice spooky, cozy, unique fall playlist that kind of has like a little nod to Halloween, but not just like pure Halloween, like spooky, scary skeletons vibes. A little bit more interesting. Curate a little playlist like that, and maybe we can, me and my boyfriend can either each have an AirPod, or we can like do the little split headphone thing and make a regular habit of taking walks around the neighborhood. And I think it would be really cute and fun to see the neighborhood progress and more houses get festive over time. If we go frequently enough, then we'll be able to see the progression of the neighborhood and how everybody dresses up their house. And this is the first year that we're living in this house, so I'll have to figure out what we're going to do to decorate as well. So I need some inspiration, and I think that would be a good way to get some ideas. Next up is a backyard bonfire where everyone brings a scary story. I think this would be so fun because it's one of those like silly things that no one ever really does anymore. But I remember when schools used to have like lock-ins. I don't know if they do that anymore, but when I was in middle school, we had a spooky Halloween overnight lock-in at my school where we had a bonfire and we told scary stories. And some of the stories that these kids were bringing, genuinely, like, I still remember them to this day. And I remember my teacher's husband was there and he retold like the plot of an actual horror movie to all of us, like as if he experienced it. And I completely believed him because I was like 12, like I never seen a scary movie in my life before. And I never forgot that. I was terrified for weeks, and like something about that was really fun though, because like it was Halloween and that's the way it goes. And I don't think any story would like really affect me that much at this point in my life, in my adulthood. But I would love to hear what people bring, because I feel like my friends are funny and there might be some like kooky ones in there. I don't know, because it wouldn't have to be like a true ghost story or anything. I think you could just either make something up or bring something funny that you found, you know, in a book of scary stories or something. I don't know. I just think that would be like really cute, and maybe we could all dress up a little bit for it and like make it really old-timey and drink like a cute seasonal cocktail or something. But I think just the feeling of like a chill in the air and everyone's sitting around the fire, and then each person having a chance to say their whole story or whatever they want to say, completely uninterrupted, with the rest of the friend group just observing or intaking, like listening to what they're saying, is really fun dynamic to create, because usually everybody's just like kind of chatting within like little groups at that type of thing. And I think it would be fun for like everybody to get like the floor once throughout the night, because that doesn't really happen very often. I think that would be fun. So yeah, maybe we could try that. And yeah, and for that, adding on to that, a fall unique cocktail, maybe like a fig rosemary or something. I think that would be really fun, because I've never made like a really fun mixed drink before, but I just found this gorgeous green glass huge vintage pitcher at an estate sale a couple weeks ago, and I haven't been able to use it yet. I also got this little like drink carrier caddy that fits 6 glasses, and I have vintage glasses that fit into it perfectly. So I haven't been able to pull that out yet, and I would love to. So I think the spooky story bonfire night would be perfect for that. Another one that I have is to get like a very cute small gift for each of my friends that's kind of like Halloween spooky, because I remember going to school like the day before a holiday and being so excited because everyone is like trading around cute stickers and little ghost socks and like stupid little cute Halloween stuff that's cheap. And it's cute seeing what your friends would choose for you, and kind of makes you feel so much more festive. And I feel like a lot of adults like mourn the fun parts of childhood so much more than they have to, considering we can still do all of that stuff if we want to. Like, we could always just like go get cute ghost socks and get 4 pairs at the Dollar Tree and 4 little bags of cute spooky candies and a pack of stickers and spread them out amongst our friends. And just that alone would that would make my day. I mean, that would make my day for sure if my friend brought me that. So, and maybe I could write like a little cute like Halloween themed little story or something, or not story, but like a little poem. I don't know. A little letter for them that's like, hope your spooky season is doing well and love you, from your friend. Yeah, I don't know, but I think that would be really fun. Okay, this is something that I already do, like accidentally every year, but I but I cannot make it through the season without rewatching Coraline. In my opinion, Coraline is one of the best movies ever made. Like, without a doubt. I think claymation is so cool and impressive, but it always has this eerie feeling to it no matter what the subject matter of the movie is, which I feel like is perfect for Halloween because it is genuinely kind of creepy to watch the puppets just move around and interact, even if the story is not scary. And then especially with Coraline, all of the themes and the story and everything about the movie are spooky as well and actually scary. That movie is genuinely scary to me. And I've watched it a million times, but every time I'm like, I have goosebumps, and it's just a whole experience. That movie is always a whole experience. And I had an idea to have everybody over, watch Coraline. We've all seen it, but we could rewatch Coraline as I do every year. And then afterwards, go on YouTube and have a Coraline theory and lore watching party, I guess, because I actually haven't really watched any of those. I've seen little clips of them on YouTube and they always intrigue me, but the whole thing is never on there. I mean, on TikTok. Yeah, the whole thing is never on there. They're always on YouTube. So I think that would be really fun. And then we can all like swap our own theories because everybody has their own idea about what's going on behind the story of Coraline. Everybody has their own thoughts on that damn cat. And I want to know more. So I think that would be really fun. And I think that's pretty much all my ideas for now. I may come up with more. I'm sure I will before the season comes. Yeah, considering it's still going to be hot here for 2 more months, I have time to think about all of this. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video of like really unique Halloween costume ideas, because I know I always have a hard time finding inspiration that's not just like, I don't know, Sandy from Greece or something, which is always cool, but like, you know, I kind of want to do something a little less expected. I also, like, I will say that every once in a while I love doing like a witch or something like super, like a mermaid. I think last year I was just a mermaid, so like those costumes for sure have their time, but I think this year maybe I want to do something a little bit more interesting. We'll see what happens. But yeah, those are my ideas for fall. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, that's all I have to say. So see you next time.